Now, let's get on to some juicy stuff. Check this out. It's all fake. I'm pretty certain this is about... Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is about the whole Manosphere apparently going on in the world. You don't know what Manosphere is? Please Google it or look it up. I started talking too soon about that. So let's do a dab. Do the dab, do the dab, do the dab, dab. Do the dab, do the dab, do the dab, dab, dab. Do the dab, do the dab, do the dab, dab, dab. Do the dab, do the dab, do the dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. Anyways, I think this is about Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. We're going to see. Let's get into it.
These are representative depictions of the ideal traditional man. We've all seen them, and to some extent even wish to imitate them, in pop culture, art, and education.
My bad, guy. Hold on. I'm so rude. I apologize. Let me go up here. There. It's so much better. Oh, my bad. I apologize. Covering up homie, bro.
Individuals are confronted with images that convey specific values regarding gender roles. And these expectations not only influence men's self-perception, but also affect their social relationships and mental health. The Manosphere, an online group of men that promotes traditional gender values, promotes its optics as well. However, there is a great deal of irony and almost a certain adorableness in how they often fail.
Hey, whoa, buddy.
Yeah, why do you have to say adorable?
Why you expressing another man in a cute way? I don't like that. I don't know. I'd never look at my friends and go, that outfit is adorable, man. I like that outfit. That outfit is adorable. I would never say that.
I agree, bro. I would never tell a man he looks cute in anything. Like, the best I got is like, I can't even think, bro. Like can't even think of compliments like that, like on how a man looks. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Whoa, buddy. Slow down there, Spark.
To live up to the standards of the aesthetics of the Manosphere.
Great at.
I mean, obviously you can see I'm not really worried about what people think of what I look like when I have major issues. I'm working on them and I'm going to get them fixed. Speaking of, never mind. I'm not even going to go into that. Let's go.
Goes out with that loser Patrick Bateman. What a dork.
And the dangerous thing about overly emotional men is that they're dangerous.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
While you are getting drunk and going to parties.
This is amazing. This is an amazing video. I hope he links it below. I'm gonna have to click on it and like this video. Whoever this is who made this video too. All I know is he's adding in such great people to show the retardation of America and the world and the West. Not just America, United States. I mean, not just the United States, the West in general.
I'm not gonna lie, Jordan Peterson been crying a lot lately. I don't think it affects his masculinity per se. And I always think it's funny that it's the same people who harp about mental health and men should be able to cry are the same people that make fun of Jordan Peterson for him crying as of late more on podcasts and stuff. He has been crying a lot though lately. He has.
I want you to deal with the problems.
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to Jordan Peterson too much. So I don't know how much crying he's been doing. I do know that you don't want to see me cry because it probably is going to be angry or pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only two ways I cry. Like, because of pain, like physical pain, or something so traumatic has happened that, like, I don't know how to any other explain it. That I'm not a very stable crier. You know what I'm saying? And let's not get in a fight. Like, I don't fight. If someone tries to fight me, I'm going to send them to the hospital or death, because I only look at it as if you're trying to harm me in any way that diminishes my ability to use this body, how I need to use the body, how I choose to use this body, well, then that means you're trying to take away my life. And so therefore, I'm going to exchange that favor.
By becoming rich.
That's
Ideal trad wife wants to have as many kids as possible.
What is it real about man? I'm in touch with humanity.
Post alcohol, post jokes, post memes.
younger women are more likely to be attracted to men who show dark triad traits.
Remember,
I'm 100 men!
they can't destroy what they don't know.
Delete all social media apps.
Never post your achievements on social media.
You filed a divorce. Give me a break.
What the fuck did I just see right there? I don't know if he's gonna react to it, but hold on. I really need to fix this on the settings where I can like not rewind
Delete
so
all
much.
social media apps.
Did you just see Andrew Tate? I've never seen that video. I've never seen this. Hold on, it's coming up right here. This right here. This is not Andrew Tate. This is the fake Andrew Tate. Never mind. Yeah, that's the fake Andrew Tate. My bad. Yes, there's an actual fake Andrew Tate, and Andrew Tate is an actor that's parodying and playing all you guys. Andrew Tate is an actor. He's a puppet. He's there to do exactly what he's doing.
We could basically cut this video short and say everything that fits the cliche is the aesthetic, right? Muscular, rich, smoking, drinking, tattooed sunglasses.
Well, here's the issue, though. Before the Manosphere, literally carved into stone is the ideal masculine physique. Cross-culturally, worldwide, everybody's agreed upon one thing, and that is we're going to etch in this type of guy, and it's going to be a guy that reflects strength and discipline. So,
Pretty
you
much.
could say that this is a product of the Manosphere, or you could just say that this has been the ideal pursuit for a lot of guys throughout time. And I think it says more, the like consistency of it throughout time says more about our nature than it does about traditional roles or the Manosphere's aesthetics. It seems to be pretty consistent throughout time.
But what makes this topic
I don't know what he's talking about necessarily, because you gotta think there's been highly rich people that did not fit the mold of the Manosphere to a T. Do you see what I'm saying? Napoleon was a really short dude. He commanded armies, bro. He did a lot of shit. I don't know about his sex life necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't need to look into that. Just, you see what I mean? Like, you don't have to fit the mold. Mick Jagger, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to fit the mold. You just have to do something that is incredible to break beyond that actual mold.
so interesting, in my opinion, are the deviations from this ideal image compared to these male icons from pop culture who have a rougher, more authentic appearance. Alpha males of the Manosphere often appear more groomed, superficial, staged, and cleaner. They are
Yep, see? Fake. 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 I'm not fake. I have a shitty ass webcam. That's what I'm streaming on. And as soon as I can upgrade to a better camera, I will. I'm right now investing in long-term recouping assets to buy things and just upgrade everything. You know what I'm saying? This is a business I'm creating. It's a brand business that I have to create just so that way I can present to you information. And it, look, see, I always thought like, only thing I needed to really make sure is that I wasn't homeless. And then people would probably, it'd be more likely that people will take me seriously and what I'm attempting to explain to everyone. See what I'm saying? So in that, I found that no, in actuality, you need to have a lot more things. I'm not going to go into detail because that would take too long. Let's go.
basically just playing dress up.
I think it's none of your business. I don't want you to think I'm triggered by you. I'm not. I saw somebody say that, and I think that's interesting. I think you're annoying, but I'm not triggered.
And everything they wear is tighter than spandex. Also, look at the colors.
Do you see what I mean? Insane, dude. Like that. What is that jacket Jordan Peterson is wearing right there, bro?
Or the patterns. The intent is more Patrick Bateman-esque than rough, dirty Clint Eastwood-esque.
Yeah,
And
because motherfuckers ain't shooting guns no more. It ain't the Wild West. The new status is corporate America, so it's like a clean-cut look. But I think that more people, especially young men, are going for aesthetics more now than ever is a reflection of social media.
Well, and like, not to interrupt him, even though I'm interrupting him, it would be also due to the fact that women are requiring men to be $200,000, $300,000 a year men, and the majority of men are less than $100,000. Do you see what I mean? So women have become just so distorted. It's forced the aesthetic of how men need to perceive themselves and act or be to create some sort of status. Do you see what I mean?
I think it's because you see yourself so much. I don't think people were meant to see themselves as much. And to be honest, high status guys have always been quite colorful. Like, let's just be honest. That's been a thing throughout time that's been pretty consistent too. But I do think that there's something more now than ever before. Like when I was younger, people were still wearing hand-me-downs. People were wearing stitched clothes sometimes. Now people are so much more focused on fashion brands and getting the highest brand or the best brand because everything is about status in America now. So a lot of young guys are just growing up in a time where they feel like they got to look a certain way, they got to dress a certain way. And I think the guys who are looking that way and dressing that way are finding more success. And I think that's why more guys are striving towards that figure.
Even then, Bateman's character presents himself as an upper-class yuppie.
Even though he's a psychopath.
These men fail to even mimic that style due to their misunderstanding of how different classes present themselves. They want to appear rich, but lack the aesthetic understanding of how the rich actually look like. That looks cheap, not expensive. That look reminds me of one specific movement though. The metrosexual aesthetic.
Okay, I've never heard of this before. Wow, bro.
Men are now getting in touch with their feminine side.
The term metrosexuality was coined in the 1990s and describes men who challenge their traditional gender roles by emphasizing their individuality and sense of fashion. Kinda ironic. The careful self-presentation could be seen as a desire to put themselves in the spotlight, to be desired and recognized. And
Yeah, but who doesn't want to be desired and recognized? Let's
Well,
just be honest. I think what's more important is what do you want to be desired and recognized for? Everybody wants to be desired and recognized. Let's not with this whole, I don't need anybody to care about me. I don't care what anybody thinks act.
I agree with what he's saying right there. Like, exactly, what are you doing it for? See, what I'm doing for, regardless if anyone likes it or not, is the truth that goes for everyone. There is truth that goes for everyone. If you click the button to be watching me, then that means you chose to. It happened. That's the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? It's undeniable.
Everybody wants to be recognized. It's about what are you going to be recognized for. And I think if you want to be recognized for something that's more positive, if you want to be recognized to be a figure of discipline, if you want to be recognized to be a figure of motivation, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. And we're just going off aesthetics. So
Look, see, he's okay. I have to cancel him out right there because he's not adding in that what he's talking about can be abused, misused, fake. Well, I mean, his video is saying it's all fake. So, I mean, I guess he gets it. Like, you see, he's not saying it. Like, that. Like, he hasn't said the word fake, I don't think, at all.
So anybody that's talking about ideology or what these people talk about that's on the screen, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the aesthetic of it all.
They want attention and validation. So, what I'm also wondering is, who do they want to be recognized by?
Other men. Like, what is this? What are they doing? Look, I'm going to break it down for you, bro. Me and my friends in the 90s, bro. Like, one year it rained so bad in my town, bro, that logistically, it almost flooded my whole street all the way up to our apartment buildings. Like, halfway up the grass yard. You see what I'm saying? And so, like, me and my friends fucking had a ball, bro. We mobbed through town, bro, just fucking walking through big ass puddles of fucking water, bro. It was so still raining, bro. We were that flooded and it was still raining. You see what I'm saying? This is in California, bro. So, like, what does that mean? What are they trying to like, oh, you're standing in the rain, you can handle harsh weather. What?
That's gayer than gay sex.
Exactly.
This is a good video, objectively.
I concur.
I don't agree with like a lot of the points so far, but this is actually a good video. The
reason why he doesn't agree with the points is because he's attempting to be one of the men that this guy is describing.
It's a well done video. The aesthetics of the Manosphere.
Their online content is filled with cliches. Look, even their logos and symbols they use are as generic as it gets. Wait,
obviously, look at that. Do you see their logos? Oh, you see my logo on the screen right there? To the right, left. Excuse me. I made that. I made that shit. Now, I didn't make the individual pictures that made that, but I made that off of individual pictures I had generated. Did you see what I'm saying? So, like, I know you probably can't see it, but the fire coming up, bro, the way I did that, it creates a little happy smiley face with the fire at the top. Nothing could have made that. I somehow did that. I didn't even mean to. I noticed it after I created the thing. Anyway, those were some bland, generic motherfucking logos.
Name an animal that's supposed to represent strong masculine men.
I was about to say elephant.
Okay, maybe less cliched?
Now, I do gotta say, honestly, I do have a wolf in my logo. I also have a samurai, dude. Like a samurai. You know what I mean?
Even less?
Yeah, but I think that these are just all symbols of strength, and I don't think that everything that they're doing is to get
like
the
the
attention
wolves.
of hoes. Like, is that a surprise? And it's like, if guys aren't doing things to specifically get the attention of women, then it's seen as like somehow gay or metrosexual. I don't know what he's saying here. I think that what they're doing is they're promoting a brand to a certain type of guy. I don't actually think that with that video, that small video of them sitting in the rain, it is kind of cringy, obviously, to me as an older man, but
I ain't gonna try to speculate on what they're necessarily promoting in their shit. The reason why I made my shit is because of what I think of about wolves and their pack and how they are led and the leadership and how they communicate and evolve with each other, like as a unit. Like, that's why I did it. I did like I made my logo for personal reasons, and like I would say 85, most everyone generally that tries to start doing anything from scratch is going to make a logo based on what they personally think. It's only people that like Andrew Tate or something, like his logo has changed and it's gotten more corporatized. You know what I'm saying? Or influential in the manner of how to psychologically manipulate you.
as a younger guy coming up and you see a embodiment of discipline when you used to seeing all these gay boys in the news and everything everywhere. I mean, that looks like something you want to aspire to be. And then he's saying things that you might want to hear. Then you start buying his course.
Oh yeah, he's definitely someone who like is like on one of those kicks that like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to tell. The way he's his title says it's all fake. Yet the way he's reacting to it says different. You know, like his what he's saying.
Jesus Christ. Even when you
see, look, I'm doubling up. I'm not just reacting. I'm double reacting. Because see, my job is to tell everyone the truth that goes for everyone, forever. That's always already went for everyone. And there's nothing that anyone can do about it. Everyone's stuck in a false mental state. I can prove all this. The only ones I can't prove this to are ones who are so stuck in the false mental state that they can't jump out of it, and that means they are NPCs.
You watch their short form video content from the Sphere, you notice that they often use the same filter. A filter that cranks up the conscious levels to the extreme. I think this is meant to convey intensity, roughness, and a masculine aura.
I don't use any filters on like any of my video. Like if I use a filter, it's like some like overlay thing with lights or something like that. Dude, I don't filter my face. Do you see what I mean?
But they just can't help themselves. Sometimes there's even a blur filter added, giving them like flawless skin.
Brothers making fun of videos that they're not even posting. You know how many of those like red pill channels there are on like TikTok and Instagram that just repost little short clips of Andrew Tate with some music behind it? There's so many of those. Like I don't even think Andrew Tate's posting that stuff himself. I think he has like minions that just clip all of his content and just blast it all over the internet. And I'm pretty sure all of these guys.
Well, duh, exactly. They're really rich. Why would they be? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why would you not? Duh, of course. Tate has minions of people posting shit on all social media websites all the fucking time. The reason why he can do that is because he's fucking super uber rich from a whole bunch of bad shit and gaming men out of their money and then telling men to be strong and not look at porn. So look, Tate went from Big Brother to selling online pussy to going, hey, you shouldn't be looking at online pussy. You should be a man and be focusing on being successful. So do you see how he went from nobody to fucking finessing everybody and then doing a 180 and acting like the complete opposite of what he spent a majority of his time, 10 years or something, finessing men out of their money? And he's on record talking about how he doesn't give a shit about what he's done to all those men, and then he's trying to be a positive influence for men. But you probably should have never fucked over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of men, and I don't want to get into the details of how he potentially ran that organization. All I'm saying is he's being investigated by 3 different countries. That's gotta say something.
And they probably pay some of them, to be honest.
Again, contradicts.
I know that's
the
a method right now.
and unpolished aesthetic of traditional masculinity. To showcase the unfiltered truth of their statements, they often use soundtracks that reinforce the whole thing.
My definition of a man is someone that can slit a throat and hold a baby in the same day. Some of the most masculine men you'll ever meet. Dark love to me is...
Damn, dog.
Right? Did he just fucking say slit a throat and hold a baby in the same day?
I just got done saying all that. Then he had to go and say that. Come on, dog. Come on.
The world could hate us. The world could be burning down, and we'd be slow dancing in a burning room. And if I can't have love like that, then I don't want love at all. So all my emojis, even rose, black heart, rose. Real love is holding hands with 2 skeletons. Real love is getting buried by each other. Real love is she'll take a charge for you. Not that I would have some, but she'd also kill for you. Real love's dark, bro.
Trust me, a theater
What?
kid like me recognizes other theater kids. By the way, when you see this setup right here with these text overlays and that filter, you know that you're watching a podcast with the greatest thinkers of our time.
No, this is a great video.
Saying is true.
This is a great video. This dude's doing a good job.
Yes, he is.
Did you know that the pilots in 9/11 were women?
You take the blue pill. Story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Then there's this whole Matrix metaphor.
Obesity comes from you Jews affecting our meat.
The Manosphere is part of the Red Pill movement, a completely reactionary political ideology that aims to wake people.
And look, see, this is why I can break down all these videos in a way that no one else is going to be able to. Because, see, the guy reacting does not comprehend that he's in a false mental state reality called duality. The guy made the video does not comprehend. He's comprehending tentacles. Like, do you see what I'm saying? He's side effects of the false mental state, right? So that's what he's describing right now. Manosphere is a side effect of the continued perversion of the false reality.
People up from the mainstream narrative. You know, the Matrix.
It's the Matrix. Matrix. The Matrix.
Look, the reason why the system, look, did you notice how, like, if I talk about the false reality, I don't say that word. The word that's on the screen right now. I don't say that. I don't describe anything we're stuck in like that. Because, see, that word, the system of mental control wants everyone to use that word. That word is actually another word to be used to help divide and manipulate your brain. It's like a trigger word. It's like, because language is a manipulation tool. See what I mean?
Matrix.
Was Hitler really bad?
Look, do you see what I mean? Like right there. He said the Matrix is trying to frame me, and I'm only using it in the context of saying what he said. Yet God knows the truth. God is the Matrix. God and devil is the Matrix.
What's funny about that is that both directors of The Matrix are trans, and The Matrix itself can be understood as an allegory for the transgender experience, at least according to the directors themselves.
And the funny thing is no, the fuck it wasn't, bro. The Matrix was made well before they came out, like, as trans. Like, well before. I gotta check. I don't want to spell their name. When did the Matrix come out? Let's find that first. 1999. Come on, there it is. When did these two trans come out? Come out as trans. Bro, so the movie came out in 1999. Didn't come out until 2012 and 2016, respectively. So that's 13 years and 17 years after. So I'm pretty sure this had nothing to do with the fucking movie in 1999 when they were still full-on hardcore dudes.
Patrick Bateman.
Men in the sphere tend to idolize figures from pop culture. Besides classic alpha male characters like John Wick, Thomas Shelby, Bruce Wayne, or Ryan Gosling, so-called edgelord characters enjoy a special appreciation, especially among incels. Edgelords are characters that stand out for their provocative, violent, rebellious, or nihilistic behavior, like Tyler Durden, Patrick Bateman, Homelander, Travis Bickle, or Joker.
Well,
I think
I ain't gonna lie. Heath Ledger's portrayal of Joker is probably like one of the best portrayals of such a character ever. Just throwing that out there.
this video could go on forever. Like, I haven't even mentioned the aesthetic similarities to fascism, like the fascist body. That would be a whole design study on its own. Overall, I just wanted to point out that through the exaggerated staging of men online, a hypocrisy I think is pretty obvious. Standards that, of course, cannot be maintained.
Yes, they can.
And I'm not saying like we
See, look, again, he's talking about something that the guy that's reacting, damn it, I can't think of his name right now. The Poor Man's Podcast. Like, the way he's reacting is he doesn't get what he's saying right here.
should throw out all ideals. A strong, healthy body is important.
Yes.
I'm just saying, why don't we men just start questioning these expectations a bit more? Like,
because it is bestowed upon you by God to be strong. And I'm not saying you got to be physically strong, but I'm saying you got to be strong in some pursuit. Really, I'm saying you got to be disciplined, because I think even mental strength is a real strength. I think.
Okay, so if he thinks mental strength is a real strength, then that's what I'm saying. Like Napoleon, I'm going to go back to the example. Napoleon was a little dude. He was a little skinny, stout. He was not a big man. He was not a strong man. Yet he commanded armies of strong men to do battle for him. So his mental strength was at such a level at such a time that he was able to get all these people to obey him. Do you see what I'm saying? So what the Manosphere is saying is you have to make this type of money. You have to drive these types of cars. You have to look a certain way. I don't think he's getting it. You see what I'm saying? Like what's being explained fully. Even though his title says it's all fake. So I kind of confused at his reaction after seeing the title of it's all fake.
The ability to get up.
It's true. It's all fake. So why would you agree that you would want to do any of the things in the Manosphere if it's all fake? It's all for aesthetic. It's all for view, like how these people are behind without the camera on. Like, I don't know about you, bro, but this is how I act in real life, dude. I tell people at my work every day the truth that goes for everyone, and they sit there and laugh at me like I'm not even there, or like I don't exist. Like they don't compute what I'm attempting to tell them. All I know is how I'm acting right now for you guys. I act like this for everybody in the house I live with. I talk to them exactly how I'm talking to you right now, how I'm talking about these people right here. I don't do no fucking fake shit. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, I don't get how I guess I do get how the guy, Poor Man's Podcast, is reacting, because he doesn't get certain things that this guy's explaining. Because like I said, there's levels of communicating and like receiving information. And so like, say like, I would say that the guy reacting Poor Man's Podcast, he is probably at like a 4. And the guy that's doing the video is more like a 5, right? And so that's why he can't agree with him on certain things, because it doesn't make sense in his level.
And do something consistently and be very disciplined is a strength. It doesn't necessarily have to be physically strong. And I do think that there's a degree of physical strength that can be unattractive to women, where it looks unhealthy. But what I'm trying to say here is it is bestowed upon you to be strong as a man. If you are not strong as a man, you are a liability. And I'm not saying you got to be just physically strong. There are many ways to be strong. But you have to be strong in some pursuit. You cannot just be a liability walking around this planet. That's why you can't give up on that pursuit. It has nothing to do with traditional masculinity. This has been a thing. This has been consistent throughout all of human time. And what, we're going to change it because some dudes online are making videos in the dark?
Why do we even...
Like, do you see how he attacked him personally right there? That right there. Like, do you see? Look. I'm going to show you, like, look, because if you've been paying attention, this dude was praising this guy, kind of glazing him for how good the video is, but then just lashed out. It was like, we're going to listen to a guy sitting there doing a video in the dark. Like, that was a negative connotation. Like, you see what I'm saying? He talked down to the guy that created the video. Like, so, because he's taking some form of offense, because in his head, he is on some level, what this guy is talking about is not correct.
Associate certain values to our gender identity.
The people who they admire, respect, adore, revere, honor, whom they imitate, idolize, and form profound attachments to, whom they are willing to teach, and from whom they're willing to learn, and whose respect, admiration, recognition, honor, reverence, and love they desire, those are overwhelmingly other men. Where from women they want devotion, service, and sex.
What? People whom they admire, respect, adore, revere, honor, whom they imitate, idolize, and form profound attachments to, whom they are willing to teach, and from whom they are willing to learn, and whose respect, admiration, recognition, honor, reverence, and love they desire. Those are overwhelmingly other men? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, and that was Andrew Tate, by the way. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to explain the truth that goes for everyone to everyone. I don't give a fuck what gender you think you are. And if you think you're not male or female, then I'm going to say you're highly delusional and stuck in a dysfunctionality inside your brain.
So I can't even want to be like Mike? So if I look at somebody and I say I like what he did and that inspires me to be something similar, and he teaches me how to do the thing that he did, and I become admirable, I'm somehow gay? It's so weird how, like, what they do is like any pursuit of masculinity, any pursuit of strength is somehow aligned with homosexuality, and there could be a guy sucking another guy off and they'll go, oh, that's regular. It's so weird. It's like
I don't know where he's connecting this stuff to being gay, bro. The guy in the video didn't say anything about being gay. He didn't say anything about being gay before this clip.
Everything is like, oh, if you're doing anything to pursue any sort of masculinity or admiration or recognition or honor or anything like that, it's all gay. But if you're just sucking some other dude off or doing some other gay stuff that they want you to do, it's like, oh, that's just normal behavior. This is absurd.
Sexual male culture is homoerotic. It is man-loving.
Marilyn Fry, let's look up this person. All right, we're done here. It all makes sense now.
Hold on.
That's
that
just
was
normal
too
behavior.
quick. I
This
need
is
to. I
absurd.
need to break
Sexual
that
male
down.
culture is homoerotic. It is man-loving.
Marilyn Fry, let's look up this person. All right, we're done.
Right. Why is Andrew Tate saying stuff that is from a feminism in India? Interesting, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. It's all fake, bro. That's all I know is he's correct in the fact that even what he agreed with and disagreed with is all fake. Because the whole system is fake. Anyways, I'm out of here.